Hello everyone, and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles. In the last episode, we did various side quests around Colony 6. This episode, we are finally returning here to the lovely rainforest of Makna, and we are going to be taking on the Telethia. I have picked our party for two reasons. Number one, we have the people who have a right to be here. Hello, speaking of people who have a right to be here, my cat's just broken into the room. Hello, Gomez, you have a right to be here too. Yes, you do. Ooh, that Dinosaurus doesn't have a right to be here, though. So I figured Shulk, because this is all about Shulk, it's kind of his story in that way. Melia, of course, because she's the one who feels she failed to kill the Telethia and wants to kind of avenge the lives of her fallen guards. And Ricky, of course, who is charged with killing Dinobeast and ridding Makna of problem. So, beyond that as well, also handy to have Shulk, because this is a Telethia. It has the ability to get out of there. Oh my god, the cat, right, cat attack, cat attack. Right, cat attack has been successfully repelled. Yes, it's worth noting these are Telethia. They have the this is a Telethia. It has the ability to do Soul Read, which means it dodges all your shit. That's an aura that can only be removed with Monado Purge. And so with that, here we are at oh my god, my voice. Oh, here we are at the Decayed Forest. I thought this was a landmark or at least a location, but apparently not. Either way.
What is this? Ricky never see before. This not Ricky's Makna. Ricky never see before.
To think it has caused this much damage. What do you mean?
Are you telling me the Telethia did this?
Telethia absorb and drain the surrounding area of all its ether.
That's it. The Telethia is sucking up all the ether, which is causing the natural environment to change.
Shulk, the Telethia can read your mind. Expect it to know what you will do before you do it.
I know. I'll aim for its antenna and stop its ability to read my thoughts. With the Monado at our side, it doesn't stand a chance.
It's much more powerful than its offspring. Do not expect it to fall so easily.
I won't. But we have to trust in the Monado.
Shulk has only met Telethia once, and they were merely the spawn. So why is he so sure of himself? Is it confidence, or a trust in something? Yes, it is trust. He trusts in the power of that sword. What did he say it was called? The Monado. I see.
Stick together, everyone!
Dinobeast! It as Ricky imagined!
The Telethia. I take this chance to bring vengeance to my brethren and fulfill my duty. Shulk, I will trap it and cease its movement. Strike when the time is right!
Melia!
Be still!
Oh yeah! She's nifty with that stop!
I knew it. She can control ether energy without using catalysts or rifle shells.
I've heard that such people exist. But I never thought she would be one. Shulk, right, Shala. Protect Melia at all costs. On it!
Right.
So, final chance to switch up the team, which I'm not going to take. And let's go. Melia has learned Mind Blast. Not very handy because we're not playing as her, but Mind Blast is something that Melia can do specifically when she's in Element Burst mode. That she can seal arts as well, which removes any auras and seals any arts. It's kind of like Monado Purge, which you can only do it when her talent gauge is full. but it's not fully worth actually playing as her in the fight for that reason. The reason we're in a... Oh, sleep spin. What's this nonsense? Yes, the slight issue we have here... Well, we have two slight issues with this party. Number one, no dedicated healing. It used Soul Reed. Yeah, no dedicated healing. We just have Shulk's light heal. We have Ricky's You Can Do It. And we have Melia's... oh, balls. We have Melia's healing gift. That is the only ways we've actually got for healing in this fight. And number two, aggro is going to be a bit of an interesting one. We've got no obvious tank to sit here and draw aggro for us. But everyone should hopefully be able to draw aggro fairly evenly. That looks quite powerful and is going to bind us, so I will be Monado shielding against that, which works on all three of us as well, nicely. Which also just gives us a little bit of time to work. The nice thing about shields, obviously, you know, while the future is going to be that way, we know he's not going to get off another attack before then, so we can actually heal and build up our Monado gauge a little bit. I'm just watching for when he has Soul Reed. But yes, Melia and Shulk can both actually take aggro surprisingly easily, because they both output an absolute shit ton of damage.
What the?
Dinobeast grown back thing!
You've got to be kidding me.
It's no good. My ether shots are having no effect.
Its regenerative power is too much.
It is all right, Shulk. Destroying the Telethia is beyond us. We should cut our losses and mourn those who perished.
Never, Melia. The men you lost, I can tell they were dear to you. I know only too well that desire for revenge. And the crushing pain of losing those close to you. I can't stand by and let another person experience what I have. This monster is going down. I'll trap him with the Monado. Then the rest of you, hit the Telethia with everything you have.
Thank you.
Ready?
Telethia can read our thoughts.
So, as that cutscene has very much showed, the Telethia is back up to full health. It's got a nice way to regenerate like that, but we've managed to topple it. Was that Ricky? Oh, Ricky, you beautiful bastard. Right, see, that's one of the nice things Ricky can do with Roly-Poly. He can just occasionally force topple on an enemy like this, which I don't think you can even break and topple this Telethia. Oh, Soul Reed, there we go. Let's purge that shit straight away. Because that Soul Reed essentially puts its evasion up to silly levels, really. Oh, I've got a chain attack, but I don't want it. It's really actually not worth it at this point. Oh, maybe it is worth it, though. If someone else takes the aggro, I will attempt to chain attack it. Just because Shulk's no good from the front. But if Melia can draw... There we go. Right, let's get behind him. And now chain attack, I think. So, assuming Melia's got some good elemental summon, which I should have checked. Yes, she's got lightning, which is her most powerful one. Brilliant. And Ricky, what are we going to hit him with 3 times? 3 times bitey bitey. Yeah, 3 times bitey bitey. That was actually surprisingly powerful. And we got some of those debuffs on him. Nice. Now we are super fucking exposed. So let's... There we go. Wow, we've actually already built up the chain... the party bit gauge a fair bit. That was my concern, was just how exposed we would be for... in case anyone died at that point. Super Aura. I don't know what that is, but I don't want it, so let's purge that shit as well. I think that just is like, well, it's clearly regenerating. I think it's like crazed, but as in awakening or whatever the halfway one is. As you can see, it's level 36, but we're level 37 because we've done all of the shit we've done. So we're actually in a pretty good way to fight it here. I am going to attempt another chain attack. Let's see if we can finish it. Oh, water, not the best one. 3 times Lurgy. Ricky is not the best one to finish a chain attack, but we don't have Ryan or anyone like that, so there we go. Oh, hello. Are we going to kill it just as engage the enemy finishes? Yes, we fucking are.
Ricky! on this!
Now, Melia! Finish him!
Brilliant thinking. Even though the Telethia can absorb large amounts of ether energy and regenerate at an incredible rate, absorbing so much energy caused it to implode.
Who would have thought? Brute force wins again. Nothing like an old-fashioned scrap. Dixon would have been proud.
It was the only way I could think of. If there had been another way...
Don't listen to Dunban. Soon you and that Monado will be unstoppable.
It's like a Tephra cave. It was almost natural, instinctive. The Monado responded to me, and I harnessed a new power.
You'll get your chance, Shulk. We'll turn that face mechon into scrap.
I know. That's what keeps me going.
Hogard, Garin, Damiel Aizo, are you there? I did it. It's dead, did you see? I thank you for your aid in my cause. Justice has been served.
You're welcome. Besides, it was mostly you.
Dinobeast! Hereupon Ricky ready for round 2. Hey, the fight over already? No, Ricky not no!
I'm afraid it's all finished.
We couldn't have done it without you, brave little hereupon.
Ricky brave! Ryan also a little brave. Ricky happy?
Hereupon Ricky, be proud! Hereupon Ricky, tough guy!
Hereupon Ricky, bestest!
Look at him. Barely hit a toe and he gets all the praise.
Let him have his glory. A few days ago, the villagers wouldn't give him the time of day. Besides, won't you miss him just a little bit?
Chief Dunga, Ricky beat Dinobeast. Does Ricky still have debt?
No, Ricky. Your debts are repaid. However, while you were gone, your little pawns ate like ravenous Oluga. It set Chief Dunga back quite a bit. No pawn, no frontier village. A new prophecy has been told. Our hereupon slayer of Dinobeast will further his legend by accompanying the Hum-Hum on their travels and bringing peace to the lands of Bayonis.
Oh, Ricky never hear this.
It was prophesied many years ago.
Chief lying. Chief make a prophecy 1 minute ago. Oh, Ricky mad.
Ricky, go with these people. For the sake of the village, you must go. My instinct is never wrong. Do not worry, Ricky. Your little pawns will be taken care of.
Dadapon stomach rumble.
Dadapon need food!
Dadapon need food now.
Dada? Ricky, what on Bionis is going on?
Friends, meet Ricky, Wifey Pon, and Little Pon.
You have got to be joking.
Wife and children. Ricky, how old are you?
Ricky have 40 years. Oh, friends look puzzled.
Not puzzled, just surprised.
Ricky! Okaboro monies for Little Pond's food! Chief Dunga know best! Ricky must work for Little Ponds to have good life!
Ricky will. Okay, Oka. Ricky, happy to join friends.
Ryan happy too. Come on, Furball.
Now you can return with your head held high, my dear.
Indeed. Thank you, Dunga. My thanks for your gracious help.
Not at all. Peace has been restored to the Makna region. On behalf of all Nopon, thank you.
Chief Dunga is very fond of Melia.
Same hom-hom, different world. Not fair if you ask me.
Chief Dunga, will you kindly grant these Homs passage to Erith Sea? It is my promise to them.
Without question. These hom-hom fought valiantly in aid of our village. And a request by you, my dear, cannot go unanswered. I shall inform the villagers at once.
You are too kind. The chief has spoken. You should depart for Erith Sea at once. Prepare your things and see me when you are ready.
I love that reveal, that Ricky is actually, by some margin, the oldest member of the party. It actually shows us this if we go into the affinity chart, that if we see Ricky, yep, age 40, compared to unknown age from Melia, and then what we're looking at, 30, 21, 18, 18. Yeah, it's one of many ways that as we go on, you'll see there are more of them, and they're all great, in which Ricky kind of is surprising, and people write him off as being just the daft comic relief character, but he's got a lot of wisdom from his years. It's just that's a kind of underlayer to his character, and it works really well, I think. With that, let's head up to the chief's residence. Well, I wanted to head up to the prophecy hut, but there we go. Apparently, I didn't quite get. Well, that's close enough. Yeah.
Melia, what will you do now?
I would like to repay you for your help. Permit me to act as your guide to Erith Sea.
Of course. We'd love you to.
But I must warn you. Erith Sea is vast. Do you know where you wish to go?
There's a dark tower at the head of the Bionis. I saw it in a vision. That's where I must go.
A dark tower? Then we need not search at all.
So you've heard of it?
Heard of it? I have seen it. A dark tower at the head of the Bionis. Only one place fits that description. So you know it? I believe what you saw was Prison Island.
Prison Island? Dixon said the same thing.
Indeed. Melia, have you ever been there?
I have not set foot upon the island, but I know of it. Prison Island is sealed. No one may enter without Imperial sanction.
Imperial sanction, eh? That means we'll be needing someone to grant us entry. I've heard that Erith Sea is home to an empire ruled by the High Entier. They might be our best chance.
You are knowledgeable for a Homs.
Sanctions? Empires? Anyone help here?
A sanction is permission from someone important. An empire must be a place ruled by an emperor. In other words, we need an emperor's permission to enter the island.
This emperor, is he important?
Long before we Homs built the colonies, a group of so-called royal types, or imperials, ruled our lands. Think of them like the heads of our colony, but with much greater influence and power.
Now I get it. Dunban knows more than a textbook.
Are you kidding? That's first year Homs history, Ryan.
I might have slept through that class. So when do we get to meet these High Entier folks?
You are so... Oh, forget it. First, we must travel to the Imperial capital.
We'll see how easy it is to see this emperor.
My promise was to be your guide. I will not break it.
Melia, isn't that
The shortcut to Erith Sea? Yes.
The shortcut to Erith Sea is at the top of the village. The very observant among you may have noticed this. I certainly didn't the first time I played this, though. Look out over Makna Forest. Look above us. Note the way the sky moves. That's because it's not sky. Aerith Sea has indeed been hiding in plain sight all the time we've been here in Makna. The way to do it, so we're kind of on the kind of like where the Bionis' kind of shoulder blades meet is basically where we kind of are roughly at the moment. For Aerith Sea, imagine that the Bionis is wearing a cape. And its cape streams out behind it, and that cape is a kind of bowl shape which is filled with water. That is Aerith Sea. Its bottom is some kind of weird force field, which is why we kind of don't see it. There's no obvious structure holding it; it just kind of floats at the bottom. But just before we head up to it, I want to make sure that Melia, because we didn't have her last time, is all properly equipped. So everyone's equipped. Someone's learned. Oh, duh. Ricky's got some higher levels of art, but someone who's learned an art is Melia, who's, of course, as I said, learned Mind Blast. So this is only available in Element Burst when she's filled her talent gauge, and yes, she removes does a decent bit of damage, removes all auras and Art Seal, which means they can't use any art. So this can be quite handy for, like, changing the future. If they're going to use an art on you, which is what any vision is, you can just be like, nope, Mind Blast, which is real good. So let's put some points into that, I think. Wow, she's got a lot of AP kicking around, so let's slap at least a couple into there, and I'm gonna hang on to the rest of them for now. Yeah. Right, let's see how everyone else's arts are doing. Shulk, a bit more on Air Slash, I think. Back Slash is always nice. A bit more of Light Heal is always nice. And a bit of Shaker Edge. Let's cool down. Don't quite get the longer topple day's duration yet, but there we go. Ricky. Oh, is Friezenate that low down? Good lord. Let's plow some into Friezenate. Friezenate's great. It's more powerful than Lurgy, but Lurgy hits in a fan, whereas Friezenate just hits a target directly. Probably want... Let's level up that a little bit. A bit more and you can do it. Ricky's role as a hybrid healer is actually very handy. And yeah, we'll leave him for now. Ryan, oh, we can get another level of Sword Drive. Literally, whenever you can with Ryan, level up Sword Drive. It's great. Dive Sabat is pretty nice. Do I even have Hammer Beat on nowadays? No, I don't. War Swings on full. Wild Down, you know what? Yeah, more damage. Always good. Dunban, Gale Slash is as high as it should be, as it can be, which is excellent. I probably want... Heat Haze is tempting. Then I say about Heat Haze is basically, I overlooked this, but like in between episodes I've done some research. Heat Haze removes all aggro, which is a bit shit, but critical rate goes up to 100%. That's not up by 100%, that's to 100%. Every single hit is a critical hit. And critical hits fill the party gauge, so it means Dunban can fill the party gauge absurdly fast, to the point where I am actually going to equip Heat Haze instead of Peerless, that I don't really use so much. So let's do that, let's put some points into Heat Haze, I think, and Spirit Breath that gives me haste is really nice, so let's actually put a couple more into that, and maybe one more Electric Gutbuster. Having that combo with Gale Slash is real nice. Shala! Thunderbolt is full, as it absolutely should be. Metal Blast can probably have a little bit more. Head Shaking, yeah, not so useful. Her Healing Art's the main one to check. Heal Round, which hits everyone, is nice. Let's get a bit more on that. And Heal Blast, that heals someone a lot. Or just, well, Standard Heal Bullet's probably the most worthwhile, because that's a nice fast recharge now. I'm really going in deep on, like, I don't use Shala a huge amount, but when I have her there, I want her as a healer. Not as a kind of more support role, I want her as a very dedicated healer, so that's the kind of the main thing she wants to do. And Melia, we know where we're at on this. Do I want to level that up? Yeah, let's have Healing Gift a little bit. Then Melia, like Ricky, can then also function as a hybrid healer. One final thing I want to do before we go is have a little look at gem crafting. Yeah, we'll get to those in a second. So, there's actually a gem which is really handy for Ricky, which we can get quite easily. Let's head over to the X Watering Hole. And this comedy huge ether deposit here can produce crystals which have a quality which is really handy for Ricky, which I hope to utilize. So let's suck some of them down. And then while we're here, we may as well also go over to the contaminated area and harvest some from the yellow electric ether deposit near here, which can also have Ether Plus and Electric Plus, both of which are really good for Melia and Charlotte. Ooh, we got a good one there by the sounds of it. With that, let's just grab this collectible. And I just see how we are doing for the collectopedia here. Is there anything we can fill in? No, not yet. Let's go to gem crafting and do some gem crafting. Yes, there we go. That's what I was looking for. So you'll notice there's a lot of effects on these ones generally. Poison Plus is what I'm after here. Have I talked about Ricky? Maybe I haven't. Impatient Shooter is almost handy. Gem process happens twice in a row, but then that means at the moment he's getting... Okay, he's not getting 3 to 5, he's getting 6 to 10 turns with everyone. But once again, Shulk and Ryan are getting 8 to 13, so they just still beat that out. He's also great with a Gentle Flame, and terrible with everything else, but once again, if you're wanting to do Gentle Flame stuff and fill up the cylinder gauge to kind of mix crap effects, Sharla is your best bet for that, so he's not good as an engineer at all. Shooter can be handy, but only when you get into very high affinity levels does that start being useful. Oh, look at that, all 3 up to heat. You'll love to see it. So that's level 4 gem. Oh, spicy. Got some really nice ones in that, actually. Divine Protect is a bit of an interesting one. I don't think we've actually seen that before. Divine Protect increases instant death resistance by 29%. We've not seen instant death, but it's a status condition, which you can imagine what being inflicted with the instant death status does to a person. But yes, increases poison damage dealt by 37%. Oh, I thought that was poison up, not poison plus. Poison up increases the length of a poison debuff, which is a really handy Ricky thing. But poison plus is also good for Ricky. Don't get me wrong, because that again is Lurgy is one of his big ether attacks, so that's a really handy thing. I've got some shit like paralysis and slow on his biter at the moment, so. Oh, I've got poison plus up to heat again. Wonderful. This is exactly what I wanted to get. Let's do some of these yellow crystals as well. I didn't get any lightning stuff, or did I? No, but I got a lot of ether up, so if I combine these cleverly, we should be able to get some maybe ether up 4s, which would be great. Not Ricky. Oh, I didn't get many turns there, unfortunately. I mean, ether up 3 is not to be sniffed at. It's just an ether up 4 would be particularly spicy. I've said spicy too many times. Right. This has a good chance of getting to heat. It's not got a huge number, but there's literally nothing else that can go onto this. So as long as we get a decent number of craft turns, shortly. Yeah!
This is better than usual.
Ether up 4! You love to see it. Anything else useful here? Sleep resist? Fuck off. Ooh, some high-level agility ones we could potentially make. Nope, it's all the other green effects we've got there. Well, we'll hold on to those for now. And let's, return to the top of Frontier Village. With that, if we speak to the transport guide, she'll say, me can send you to RFC in flash of light. Are you ready to go? But we're not ready to go. And we won't be going for another episode, because we're going to have a nice episode of, you can see again, Earthsea up above us, and we'll be going there episode after next. Next episode, we are just going to be doing a lot of side quests, named kind of side quests, around Earthsea, good one, around Frontier Village and Makna Forest. Then, following that, we'll head up to Earthsea. Hope you'll join me then. Thank you very much, and good day.